Welcome to IU Sports Media. I'm Seth Tow. The story of the 2019 college basketball season can be summed up with one name, Zion Williamson. The Tennessee Vols spent a month as the #1 team in the nation back in January, but as they say, this is March. The Vols had a bit of a struggle in their first NCAA tournament game, beating 15th-seeded Colgate by just 7 points. But here comes Michigan State, Cassius Winston. As the half comes down to a close, Cassius floating like a butterfly, giving Michigan State a 4-point lead at the break. It seemed like the fans may have gotten in Ronaldo's head a little bit. He was firing some trash talk into the stands a little bit, doing 5-0, showing the fans how many Champions Leagues he's won. Back on the other end, Cassius Winston, emphasis on cash. That's cold, hard cash for 3. Well, the first round of the UEFA Champions League is all through after Wednesday's games between Schalke and Man City and Atletico and Juventus. And we're headed into the second leg in the first week of March. I'm Seth Tow, alongside me, Tallah Hajariseh and Colton Bennett. And guys, the Schalke-Man City game really was a roller coaster ride. Man City came out on top 3-2. What did you take away from that game?
And in Alex Bregman, he's entering his age 25 season, but he's already basically a top 5 third baseman in baseball. And locking him up at 6 years, $100 million is a really, really good move for the Astros. They lock him up through his prime until he's 31 years old at a pretty reasonable price for a guy who's a pretty elite talent.
Critical possession here out of the timeout. What does Tom Izzo come up with? How about Goins again for 3? That is a huge shot for the Spartans to give them a 2-point lead. Presnel Kimpembe volleyed in their first goal off a corner in the 53rd minute, and Kylian Mbappe made it 2-0 just 7 minutes later. Both goals were assisted by former United forward Angel Di Maria.
Hang with them? Sure. I think they can hang with them. They're talented enough. Darren Collison had a really nice season. Bojan Bogdanovic can light it up from downtown. Thad Young had one of the quieter, really nice seasons in the NBA this year. And Miles Turner can neutralize Al Horford effectively. The only question is, defensively, can they stop Kyrie Irving? Can they stop Jason Tatum, the Boston Celtics stars?
And Tennessee is just rolling here. Admiral Schofield for 3, you know it. Tennessee is now up 40-17. But here come the Hawkeyes. Tyler Cook drives in and slams it home, and the foul. Second half now, Keyshawn Woods there shakes the defender, and there's only one way to finish that. He slams it home. Arguably the most interesting match of this round so far has been the Manchester United versus Paris Saint-Germain game, in which PSG won 2-0. And what was most impressive about that, in my opinion, was how good Kylian Mbappe looked, especially on that goal. He's just so fast, and the fact that PSG were able to pull that off without Neymar and without Edinson Cavani was really impressive. Kentucky is just absolutely stunned. Chuma Okeke injured against North Carolina, loving it, stamping Auburn's ticket to Minneapolis.